I wondered how can I use my PC without a mouse or touchpad. There are many so-called solutions, but I didn't like any of them. They're usually slow, complicated, or inefficient.
And I'm using the keyboard, so I'm going to use the keyboard just to show you guys that it works fine. If I press the 8 button, the cursor will move up. If I press the 2 button, the cursor will move down.
I don't think there are many people who can use only a keyboard for daily tasks, for surfing the internet, browsing folders, opening programs, or just clicking something right after typing. When you need the cursor, how can you move it without a mouse? Is there a way? I feel really lazy dragging my right hand to the mouse after typing. I'd rather use my keyboard. And it's not just about keyboard shortcuts. They're, of course, very cool to know and important. It's about controlling the mouse when it's needed on a keyboard. Well, an interesting solution came out that allows you to control your cursor, clicks, scrolling, and dragging without ever lifting your hands from the home row, designed for power users. I tested it and could even manage to play some games that require only a mouse. One of them was kind of competitive. Here's an example of me benchmarking the script on a mouse training website. It's my 5th attempt, and I managed to get 19. Though to get into the top 100, I'd need at least 39. I tried with the mouse and only made 29, so it's not too bad. Definitely not. The script is called MouseHK, probably meaning MouseHK or something like that. It can be found on GitHub. There are no releases yet. As far as I know, the downloadable part of a repo should be exactly here. In case like this, I usually download the whole thing by pressing code, then download zip. Since this is an AHK script, you need to download AutoHotkey scripting language environment to run it, probably version 2. They haven't added the exe file for convenience yet, which would let you run it without the AHK library. However, you may feel a bit uneasy about running an unknown executable file, which is understandable. So there's the layout. The WASD part is pretty familiar. I have to press Q for right click and E for left click and F for middle click. It works like this. Same logic for the right hand. But I'm used to IJKL for arrow movement because of the static hand script, which is an amazing script for those who like to keep their hands on the keyboard. The links to the review will be in the description. So I guess I'll use WASD from the left hand, plus mouse clicks from the right hand. Precision mode is available with Shift, scroll mode with space. Okay, by the way, the script is already enabled, so I'm trying to use it in the browser. Well, it feels a bit strange, but I can select text, for example. Ooh, a little too sensitive in this case. But how can I scroll? Usually it works with middle mouse. That's F or J. Okay, that'll do. I'm still a bit lost, though I can select a text successfully, which is something. Okay, so let's read the information about behavior modifiers. Behavior modifiers are special keys that change how the mouse works while you hold them down. Unlike standard modifiers, like Control Alt, these trigger specific modes in MouseHK. Precision mode, Shift, while held, the cursor moves much slower for precise work. Okay, scroll mode, Space. Movement keys are turned into scroll wheels. Okay, that sounds better than the middle mouse. Ooh, yes, it is. Much smoother and easier to navigate. There is also the drag mode, but you just need to press Shift and only then press E or I to click. Okay, we need some real-world tests to figure out if it will let us use the mouse in a real way. Let's try to play a hardcore, competitive game and test it like a benchmark. The most popular link is chess.com. Okay, get started. Create your chess.com account. Continue with email, phone, Google, Apple. Nope, I need an anonymous account for a quick blitz match, sir. Next one, lichess.org. Okay, there are options. We have to choose a mode. I think bullet 2+1 will be just what we need to check if we can keep up. Let's start with basics. Oh, okay, my Scandinavian opponent. Not sure how to play this opening. I'll try to pre-move every move if I can, so I don't fall behind on time. Now it's time to complicate things and feed the guy with the pawn. Oh no, I just gave up my queen. In my head, it was the next move. I'll try one more. I'm going to build a solid defense so I don't have to think a lot. My moves should be prepared. Of course, I still lose some control. Don't forget to pre-move. Ooh, I see a good move. He sees it too. But that's even better. Now I have some material advantage. Well, it looks like today is a queen sacrifice day. And he just left. Anonymous coward, I say, and I claim victory. There was one more game, but I felt stronger and more confident already, though I sank a bit on time at first. But then I somehow managed to beat him on time. But that was pure drama. I was sure I would checkmate him though. But after all, I managed to play chess without a mouse. Imagine if someone challenges me and I beat them with a keyboard without a mouse. Well, what dreams. Anyway, if you write something, it's common to accidentally have Shift and Space pressed at the same time. That is, the keyboard control over your mouse will be on, and you won't be able to type normally. Which is why I'll try to make a different switch combination. I think Caps Lock plus Alt will work better. Let's see if we can make it work. I'm still trying to navigate only with the mouse. It feels like I can do most tasks, even play some browser games. I think it's fun to stick only to the keyboard, and understanding that you can just ignore the mouse and even throw it away actually is cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't look as crisp and smooth in the recording. I think that's because I'm recording on a virtual machine. On the main system, though, it's super smooth and crisp. I didn't experience any issues with it. So, in the AHK script, there is the toggle mouse config. Should we change it or not? There is something going on with this. I think the INI file should help us out. Yeah, there are some configurations, and I can specify the mode switch keys. Here it is, toggle mouse. Let's do caps lock plus alt. For some reason, it doesn't work. Maybe I should put alt first instead of caps lock. Yes, that's what we need. Nice. Now I can type freely with no random turning on and off. I wish they'd changed the shift plus space combination to something more suitable for writers, so it can be usable out of the box. Since we are already here, what else can we change? Base speed is set to 2. Let's make it 5, or better 50, to see the difference. It's a bit faster, but not that much. Probably because there is a max speed which limits base speed. Still good to know you can change everything. I ended up with these settings. They are a bit more sensitive because it suits me better when you have more than one monitor and want to move the cursor around, which is the case with me. By the way, whenever you change something in the script, you need to reload it. Just find the script icon in the system tray, right-click it, and hit reload. Oh, the mouse buttons can be set too. Cool, let's write N and M for those. By the way, that's the sound when the script enables. Yeah, I'll probably stick with these key bindings for the extra mouse buttons. What else would I like to see? Imitation of the scroll wheel so I can change the scale of something, like in audio or video editing software, or just in a browser or notepad. Yes, the spacebar modifier still exists, but some things require more complicated shortcuts, like Control plus wheel up or wheel down. For example, changing the scale in a browser. How can I do it in AHK script? There probably should be a regular key binding or something. Scrolling up/down through a page, auto hotkey community. Sounds promising. I'm trying to make a script so that when I press the page up and page down keys, I can scroll up and down. Okay, it is, but I need to use just regular keys, not from the navigation cluster. Wait, the INI file is for setting up, but I need a new binding, so I should write it in the AHK file. Let's try Z and C. Yes, it works, luckily. Thank you, Mr. Mikey WW. Okay, let's try to play a game now. Here I have to get my birds to a particular point. There are dangerous mines on the way, like those, and I should use only left click and mouse movement to get as many birds as possible there. So far, it's been easy. Level 4. I just have to not throw my birdies to the right. Come on guys, don't act that stupid. God, this Windows pop-up is just punishment for my faulty hands. Okay, that one looks dangerous. I need constant clicks. Oh no, no way! This little narrow window does not look promising. Ooh, good thing that 2 birds is enough. Okay, here are some waterfalls. Looks like I need to move my fingers faster. Yes, I thought I wouldn't make it. This must be a joke. But yeah, it's made for a real mouse, not a keyboard. Good. Here I think I need to get some momentum for my flock of birds. Nope. Level 13th was fatal for me. And